the Associate State Director for Outreach, Rich Howard, and the prestigious AARP Andrus Award winner for 2024, Marjorie Hobie. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
And
Merry
to
Christmas
you as well.
and Happy New Year.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes.
You're welcome.
Happy New Year for Marjorie, as she'll be honored in 2024 with the AARP Andrus Award. Rich, what is this award?
This award is given to, it's the most prestigious award we have for community service by state. And so Marjorie was selected because of, well, she's delightful. And she was selected as the most beloved and impactful volunteer for the state of Michigan as it relates to AARP and community service volunteering.
Nice. Well, we have discovered in the short time Marjorie's been here in our studio that she is indeed delightful. And I would imagine that having that personality helps you connect with the seniors you work with.
Yeah, you want to, any senior that comes into the Wellwise Services and the Hillsdale Community Center, because I volunteer at both locations, you want to put them at ease, let them know that Medicare in particular is just very, it's not complicated, but because the information you get is all legalese, and you have to read it and you don't know what they're saying because it's all in legal terms. To put it into terms that people can understand is a really good thing.
What did you think when you learned you were the Andrus Award winner?
I couldn't believe it. I mean, obviously, I was telling. My brain went dead. I'm sorry, Rich.
It's okay.
That I had skipped over it as I was going through my email because I saw the name of somebody I didn't recognize, and I saw AARP, and I am the co-vice chair of the State Advisory Council on Aging. And we get a lot of stuff because of what I volunteer up there for through the AARP, and I have a tendency to skip over that stuff. So until the person who nominated me called me and said, "Isn't that wonderful?" I had no idea. So I went back in and actually read it, and yeah, I was kind of flabbergasted because it's for the whole state.
So you help seniors with Medicare, you're a certified Michigan Medicare Assistance Program volunteer counselor. Why did you decide you wanted to use your time to volunteer with AARP?
Well, it isn't AARP that I volunteer for. It's MAP. It's the Michigan Medicare Assistance Program.
Okay.
That I volunteer through. And I retired from Consumers Energy. And the year that I graduated, they had what they called a volunteer fair. And they brought in a lot of different agencies that needed volunteers, and everybody was going for the kids and helping the kids or cleaning up the environment. And there was this one lady that was all by herself and nobody was talking to her. And she was from, at the time, the Area Agency on Aging, and they were looking for volunteers for the MAP program. And so I applied to it, but really didn't hear anything. And that first year that I was retired, I just did what I wanted to do. And she contacted me just as I was about at the limit of doing everything that I wanted to do and said, "We really need you." And they trained me, and that's how I became a volunteer.
Sounds like it was meant to be.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
And the purpose of honoring volunteers, I would imagine, is to encourage people to volunteer.
Absolutely. We are always looking for volunteers. That's something that, we're a volunteer led organization in terms of the different events and programming that we do, what I try and do in working with volunteers is find out what their passion is, and then match up, in this case, an AARP program or event or activity with their passion. Because the worst thing you can do is have a volunteer and not give them something that's fulfilling from their standpoint as well.
So the people, go ahead.
I was going to say, just to add on to that, is that we always need volunteers. We probably have more people that need help understanding the federal programs or the state programs, then we have people that can help them. Not that we've turned people away, you know, we will work as many hours as necessary to get them in, but having more people would certainly help do that through whatever program that's available, an art program or a MAP program or whatever. Mm-hmm.
So the seniors you work with are getting the information they need to navigate the Medicare waters. What do you get out of it?
He asked me that earlier, and I said mostly it's a sense of accomplishment, giving back to the community, helping people to do for themselves, mostly because I educate them and let them know their options and tell them what they can do, and then let them make their decisions, and then they're happy that they got the information, that they understood what they were doing, and that they know that the decisions that they're making are based on fact and not an ad on television from Joe Namath.
And you've done the math, Rich. The savings that Marjorie's helped seniors get is in the tens of thousands.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And we often hear from volunteers like Marjorie that they get more out of volunteering than, in many cases, the people that they serve.
You know, we were talking about being on a fixed income before the
Yeah.
show, and every penny counts when you have.
Absolutely. And this is the case, is to understand, particularly with Medicare, what you're getting. And a lot of people think, well, Medicare is going to cover everything. Well, no, it doesn't. And you have a couple of options, and this is what it's going to cost you. And if you don't do it, you get penalized. So you really want to do something now. And a lot of people don't know that before they're retired, and then they come in and they're surprised. And they thought their income was going to cover, and now they're going to have to give up going to the movies, for example. And we don't want to see that. If they know about it ahead of time or they can plan for it, then that makes it even better. But yeah, meeting the people, there's so many delightful people out there, and all they need is a little bit of help. And occasionally you get the one that will kind of make you itch. But other than that, they're pretty good people, and helping them is a good sense of accomplishment.
Well, I know Wellwise Area Agency on Aging, Wellwise Services Area Agency on Aging is very happy to have you as one of their star volunteers, and Rich, AARP will be honoring Marjorie at a special event, I think.
September 5th, 2024.
Woohoo.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations.
Well, thank you, sir. Thank you for having me on.
It was nice to meet you. Thanks for coming in.
My pleasure.
Jackson County resident Marjorie Hobie winning the prestigious AARP Andrus Award. Thanks, Marjorie, and thanks also to State Director for Outreach at AARP, Rich Howard. Oh, yeah.